seat. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you please politely cop a squat? Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, everybody. Let's get right to the big story everybody's talking about tonight. It's my dog Benny's birthday. Benny is 3. He's 3 today, which is 21 in dog years, which means he can now legally drink. So I'm gonna have to stop letting him drive. Seems like it was just yesterday that we met Benny. Here's footage of him just days old, and I want to warn you, if you have small children in the room, let them watch, because this is pretty cute. Why can't they stay puppies forever? Or ever stop eating the furniture? Now, to celebrate, I had a cake made for Benny. Evie and I wanted it to be something he loved, so it's shaped like a stranger's crotch. Happy birthday, buddy. Daddy loves you. Now, old Ben might want to stay inside today because it is hot here in the city, but nothing compared to what's happening across the pond in the UK, where today they hit a record high of 40.3 degrees Celsius, which in Fahrenheit comes out to, hold on one second, it's 40.3 times 9 divided by 5. Carry the Cadbury, plus or minus Mary Poppins, multiplied by mint jelly, and that is 5 shillings and a Christmas goose. There you go. I can never make it. With that one? I don't know. The heat's hitting the Brits extra hard because the Brits aren't used to extreme weather, and the houses over there, especially older ones, were built to retain warmth. Now, luckily, Brits can keep cool with their light and refreshing cuisine of potted organ meat, battered fish, and room temperature beer. As a result, the heat waves brought the UK to a halt. Trains slowed to a crawl, the British Museum closed, and Buckingham Palace curtailed the changing of the guard, and the cast iron chains and pedestals of the Hammersmith Bridge were wrapped in reflective foil to shield them from the sun. On the bright side, that bridge is gonna have amazing highlights. Now, is that anything new? What have you done? You look fantastic. Now, since people with pale skin and red hair are more sensitive to sunburn, one theater chain is offering Britain's redheads free movie tickets to dodge extreme heat. Though, of course, the best way for British redheads to dodge extreme heat is moving to America. To beat the heat, the government's issuing helpful tips like wear suitable headwear, slow down when it's hot, and at home, wear as little clothing as necessary. But please, be careful near the stove. You don't want to accidentally burn your bangers and mash and end up with spotted dick. But it's not just, why not? It's a dessert, right? It's a dessert? Okay. It's not just Europe, because over 100 million people in the U.S. are under heat alerts. In fact, this week, nearly 20% of the U.S. population will likely see a temperature at or above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember when you wished that everybody who denied climate change would go to hell? Unfortunately, hell came to us. It's so hot right now in the U.S. that this is a real heat map of the state of Oklahoma. It is never a good sign when your state looks like a close-up image of an STD. But this heat map I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, the tests show you have Tulsa. But the heat map does explain the famous song, oh, Oklahoma, where the sweat goes dripping down your taint. You've got burning grass and bad swamp ass with balls so hot that you could faint. Oh, up. There you go. CDC has released some tips for staying cool during these heat waves, including drink plenty of fluids, avoid hot and heavy meals, and if your home does not have air conditioning, go to the shopping mall. Now, you're first going to want to explain to anyone under 30 what a shopping mall was. Kids, it was like an Amazon you could walk through and get free samples of chicken teriyaki. These... Wow. There are chicken teriyaki fans here tonight. The heat is affecting more than people's health. Here in New York City, the city's odor complaints have hit an all-time high, which is why the Statue of Liberty isn't holding a torch. Now she's lighting a match. According to the city, wow. According to the city, 311 calls with odor complaints have risen 54% so far this year. You can call the cops on a smell? What are they going to do? You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent but deadly. According to one NYPD officer, the stink is due to a perfect storm of hotter temperatures and abandoned outdoor dining sheds where people are throwing garbage. One restaurant owner said he had to install plexiglass windows and a metal door in his outdoor dining shed after he repeatedly found people sleeping, shooting up, having sex, and crapping inside. That is outrageous. New Yorkers already have a place to do all that. It's called Penn Station. But one man, really. One man who's not feeling the stink is Mayor Eric Adams, who was asked about it at a press conference.
The number one thing I smell right now is pot. It's like everybody is smoking a joint now, everybody has a joint.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Everyone is smoking pot in the city. Some of them clearly are smoking it right before getting dressed in the morning. He looks like... The hell is going on? He looks like Morpheus before Labor Day. Or the leader of a Karate Kid-themed cult. Speaking of odor, former senior presidential advisor and star of Mr. Toad's Wild DUI, Steve Bannon. After months of delays, this week's Bannon's trial for contempt of Congress got underway. In fact, they've already released some courtroom sketches. Here are the lawyers making their opening arguments, and here's Bannon enjoying a light snack. Until now, Bannon had refused to testify to the Select Committee, citing executive privilege. But now, Bannon says he's willing to testify to the committee. Why the sudden flip? Well, one, he could go to jail if he doesn't. And apparently, the former president wrote a letter releasing Bannon from executive privilege, reportedly hoping he'll go before the committee to defend him. Finally, Bannon can tell the former president's side of the story. Mr. Chairman, this is all a simple misunderstanding. The president didn't mean to grab the steering wheel from the Secret Service. He just thought it was a big black donut. But I'm not sure what character I'm doing. I'm not sure what this voice is. This is my impression of Bannon. Here they go, big black donut. No idea what he sounds like. Here's the thing about the former president releasing Bannon from the executive privilege claim. Turns out the former president's lawyer has already told federal investigators that the former president never actually invoked executive privilege for Bannon. I mean, wow. He really hung Bannon out to dry, which isn't easy because Bannon excretes a thick layer of sebum. I personally hope Bannon keeps talking because when he does, it's molto delicioso. Here's some newly leaked audio from Mother Jones where Bannon evidently, before the election in 2020, he met with conservative activists right before the election. And pay close attention to this recording, because Bannon dropped some hints about his former boss's plans to subvert democracy. It's subtle, but see if you can find the moment when he spills the beanbag. Jim?
What Trump's going to do is just declare victory, right? He's going to declare victory. That doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner. That's our strategy. He's just going to declare himself a winner. If Trump is losing by 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be even crazier. No, because he's going to sit right there and say they stole it.
He's explaining the whole evil plan on tape. The only way this could have been more Bond villain is if he had Joe Biden strapped to a laser table. We've got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Ethan Hawke. When we return,